In today's world of tweeting and texting, how much time do we spend actually talking to our loved ones? Really sitting down and listening to them? If we did it more, we might be surprised by just how much they reveal. I'm Amanda Holden. Welcome to I've Got Something to Tell You. I've converted a 16th century barn into a 21st century tea room.
Hi there, welcome to the tea room.
Here in the depths of rural Hertfordshire, guests can escape the rat race and spend precious quality time together.
I feel like I'm missing my food.
Having intimate and heartfelt conversations.
Just say it. Just say it. 7 years bad sex. That's like my story all over. Yeah.
But this is no ordinary tea room. And these are no ordinary diners. Every single one of them has an extraordinary story to tell.
There's something I've got to tell you.
Oh my God.
A surprise to reveal.
Was it like this?
You didn't tell me.
Oh no.
Or a secret to share for the very first time.
Oh, I'm in shock.
Joking. I really don't know what to say to that.
They say confession is good for the soul.
You need to tell me now. Tell me now.
Tonight, we'll find out if that's true.
Go on, who is it?
Oh yeah.
My God, when?
Got a good feeling about today.
Yeah? All gravy, baby.
All gravy.
Amongst my first guests today are Linda and Dave, who've been married for 35 years. They think they're here to enjoy afternoon tea and have no idea that today's lunch will change their lives forever. 8 years ago, Dave and Linda faced every parent's worst nightmare. When aged just 23, their son crashed his motorbike in a collision so bad that the paramedics at the scene were convinced they were attending a fatality. Linda was at work when she received the call that every mother dreads.
Policeman came into the office. They said, "You've got to come with me. Your son's had an accident." I was taken to our local hospital. We were all in the family room and we were told they could see that he'd had a spinal cord injury, but his brain injury was far more serious. He was obviously all wired up, induced coma, monitors everywhere.
Welcome to the tea room. I'm Jackie.
They said to us, you know, basically he's not going to make the night. And if you've got any relatives or friends want to say goodbye to him, to get them to come and see him now. So we basically made a few phone calls. And at one stage, there was, I think it was 56 people in the car park turned up to see him and say goodbye to him. You know, that's how well he was liked. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry?
I said, I wonder where Dean is.
Yeah, I wonder where he is.
Miraculously, Dean survived the accident, but with injuries to his neck, back and brain, he was paralysed from his stomach down.
Life has changed for me from the 23-year-old young lad that I was to being a wheelchair dependent, trying to get on with my life.
One of the big stumbling blocks to the family's recovery has been their lack of knowledge about the crash itself. They know nothing about what actually happened to Dean and his bike, or if there was anyone there to help him when the accident took place.
We were both told we got post-traumatic stress disorder, reliving what happened on that day, having thoughts of him laying in the road or injured. Lots of things flash through your head.
Dean has arranged to meet his mum and dad today, but they've no idea he's also organised a life-changing surprise for them both. Dean, it's absolutely lovely to meet you. And today you're going to be having tea with your mum and dad, Linda and Dave. Why do they think they're here?
Honestly, they've got no idea. So they're kind of in the dark and clueless.
So tell me
why they are actually here?
Well, I brought my parents here today to meet Gary, who's the senior ambulance officer who attended my accident on the day back in 2009, and I think they're going to be pretty shocked.
And he basically is the one that I mean, I know lots of people helped save your life, but he started the domino.
Yeah, exactly that. So it would be incredible for me to meet him.
Yes, because I was going to say, you haven't met him yourself. How do you feel?
When I first found out I could get in touch with him, I was just nearly shed a tear.
Of course, well, you would. He saved your life.
Yeah, he did, and it's thanks to him that I've been able to get on with things.
How do you think your mum and dad will react when they meet him?
I think my mum and dad are going to be in complete shock.
Hello, Dean. How are you?
All right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
Can I give you a kiss?
Oh, was that my tea? That's my tea.
Yeah.
You've got
Here's some milk here. Do you want some? Oh.
I owe a lot of how I've come through the ordeal that I've been through. I owe it to you both. You had me back, and you, Dad, all the time you spent up that flat making it suitable for me. I can't tell you how much, how reassuring it is to know that you're always there.
Well, I'm glad I never had to tell you about your legs, because I was the one who's going to tell you.
About not being able to feel. The thing is, I woke up one day and I was aware of it. And I
made it easy for
and
me.
I never had to think about it as I never, like in the movies, it was, I'm sorry, you'll never walk again. It doesn't happen.
No,
Because they don't know.
no.
They don't know if you're going to walk again, because there's always a hope. And I held on to that, and it never worked out that way, but there you go. I could have been brain damaged to the point. What did they tell you? The Dean you knew isn't coming back.
They told us that. They said
Right.
the Dean that walked out that door that morning will not be the same Dean. And I've spoken to you, and we've spoken quite frankly that you are not Dean that walked out that door.
No, and it gets to me because of the brain injury I had.
But Dean,
I just can't help. It just.
No,
I'm
no.
doing everything I can.
No.
But
actually,
you know.
Dean, you're a better Dean. You're a better Dean because you've been through a real life-changing experience that's made you a better person.
Next to enjoy the delights of my tea room are BFFs Amber and George.
Literally, our first conversation we had was about frozen chicken. And ever since then, he's been my best mate. I've seen him nearly every day for 3 years, because we not only live together, we do the same course, we've got the same group of friends, so we are it's quite intense sometimes, but we're literally just like a married couple.
I'd say we're ultimate best friend goals. She's my world, really. Nothing compares to Amber, and we're the best of friends.
Having just graduated from university, George is suspicious about how fellow student Amber funds her extravagant lifestyle. He's invited her to tea to confront her before they go their separate ways.
After uni, we won't be living together anymore. He lives in London, I live in Norwich, so many hours apart, and it's just nice to just have a final catch-up before, we have to move back home. Thank you.
When I met Amber, I was really quite shy, I was quite quiet, and I wasn't much of a background person. And then we just met, and she brought me out, I calmed her down. We're kind of like yin and yang, and we just work in that kind of format, and it's really nice. We balance each other out, and we've become one person.
We don't belong here.
No, we don't.
People are looking at us like we're going to steal the car.
We're too povo for this.
We are definitely too povo for this.
But George has something in store. Once the niceties are over, he plans some straight talking, hoping to get some honest answers from Amber about where she gets her money from.
I can't believe I'm having a weird afternoon tea with you. It's really...
I know, it's nice, isn't it? This is the most sophisticated thing we've done.
Used to the sofa, isn't it?
I mean, used to McDonald's.
Night talk. KFC at 4 a.m.
You've got to be proud of yourself, and I hope you are, because when I see you, and I do spend a lot of time in your company, and I see what you have to endure every day, the time you get up in the morning, you know, what you have to go through before getting in your car to go to work.
I owe a lot to you, because the way you've supported me and not made me feel like I guess a failure. But, you know.
We all make mistakes, we all have accidents, and you had a bad one, and that's the truth. And it could have been a lot worse. We could have lost you. You know, we're so grateful that the miracle happened, that you survived.
Yeah, but also you had fight in you, and you're here now, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
There's something I've got to tell you both. There's a reason I brought you here today. I have someone to introduce you to. It's the senior ambulance officer, Gary, who attended me on the day.
Did he?
Yeah. How do you feel about meeting him?
Yeah, a bit emotional, to be honest.
You don't have to. You don't have to. So you don't have to. No, I haven't.
Did he? Was he? Yeah, Joyce.
So what
Did he say
was he in the ambulance?
Yeah, he was there. He attended. He got the call and came, and he's retired now.
Dean has tracked down Gary, the senior ambulance officer who tended to him at the accident, and has surprised his parents by inviting him to tea to address the gaps they so desperately need to fill.
I was in the ambulance service for 30 years, and I've dealt with numerous serious and sadly fatal injuries. On arrival that day, I honestly thought that Dean wouldn't make it. My main role was there to supervise the crew at the scene, but obviously he needed his airway to be treated, his breathing, his circulation, drips had to be put up. More hands to the deck, the better.
Neither Dean, Dave nor Linda have ever met Gary, and this is the first time Gary has seen Dean since the day of the accident.
It'd be tremendous to see Dean. It'll be a bit emotional, to be honest. You know, I know what went on, but for the family, they may have questions for me, you know, about what actually went on. So it'd be nice to put a bit of closure, not just for me, but for the family and Dean as well.
Hello. How you doing?
I got my life. I owe my life to you.
Bit emotional.
Gary.
You're going to get a few tears now.
Dude.
That's me. That's my voice now. How you doing?
Thank you so much.
No worries. No worries. I'll tell you my foot.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Join it.
See, I brought my...
Wow, 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years. And it's been a long old journey.
On the 26th.
Yeah,
26.
Sunday. This is 7 years.
Yeah.
Where's it going? The time
Well,
flies.
no. It does fly. I've got so many questions
Yeah,
to ask you.
and-
I've got,
yeah.
I don't know where to start, because...
Do you remember it?
I do remember very well, yeah, I do. It's funny, because I retired last year from certain jobs.
Yeah.
Instance sticking in mind, and obviously yours did. It's about 7:40 in the morning, and our control room called me to say we've got a serious road collision involving a motorcyclist, and he's unconscious. I made my way to the scene with blue lights and sirens. An ambulance crew just arrived, and he was deemed what we called time critical, which basically he was in a life-threatening condition. It looked like you've come off your bike from the junction and gone across. I don't want to upset you or...
No, I want to know.
And you've slid across.
Yeah.
Then you've come in contact with the curb.
Yeah.
University friends George and Amber are here for a final catch-up before they leave uni for good. But before they go their separate ways, George plans to question his best friend about her financial situation.
You went to the casino the other day, didn't you? And you didn't tell me about that.
Oh, no. No, but you... All right. OK.
Come on.
So, do you know, like... Right, so... you know that I am... right, so you know... Right, OK, right. So do you know when I said that I went out on a date and he took me to the casino and then I came back with £300 and I texted you that, oh, it's just because I won big at the casino and because I don't know any casino.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I thought this was a lie, because I thought there's no way you don't even know how to play a card game.
Right, so basically, I did, in fact, have a date on that Friday.
Yeah.
He didn't give me a lift back. I actually got the train back early.
Yeah.
And do you know how, like, sometimes I talk to those sugar daddies on that app?
Yeah.
Basically, I went out for lunch with the sugar daddy and they gave me £300. I didn't want it at the casino. And then he also gave me £525 because I told him that I failed one of my... that I failed one of my modules and he gave it to me.
Right, I got a minute. So an old man gave you £300?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful friendship. Yeah, cheers to that.
Whereabouts was I in relation to them? Had I bounced off? Or was
I
just
think you
there?
just stopped where you were. You were
No
stationary.
way. Sorry, that's a bit...
No.
few, maybe.
No, I need to know. I do need to know. To have a bit of closure.
Because I thought...
That's what I said today. I think it's nice for all of us to put closure to it.
It is, because we
thing-
actually don't know what happened.
What were your thoughts? What did you... I mean, it's pretty brutal.
What my
It's a
thoughts
question.
when
Did
I
you
arrived?
think...
Yeah.
No,
I did, but as soon as-
they're going to make it.
Because of my experience, the cruise experience, as soon as we saw you, we thought, he's dying. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I can remember it vividly. You know, Dean needed immediate treatment. You know, he was dying in front of us. So we decided to call for a fast response doctor who works voluntary at the local hospital nearby. Dr. Wildman, he comes out to serious incidents, you know, could be heart attacks, road traffic collisions, any medical emergency. And he was by luck, he was at the Lister. So he got there within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the cruise, rapid response, myself, Dr. Wildman, you know, so we was all there within a couple of 3 minutes, 4 minutes. The doctor, he was able to anaesthetise Dean at the scene, using advanced life support skills. Obviously, the speed of the cruise, myself and the doctor getting there, no doubt saved Dean's life. He was put to sleep at the scene.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What does that... What? Excuse me for saying shut up. What does that mean?
I know.
He
anaesthetised you. If you went into hospital for have a leg fracture, they put a tube down your throat and they put you to sleep, basically, don't they? Anaesthetise
That's
you.
right, yeah.
So Martin was able to do that with the crew,
there?
myself, on the roadside. So where you landed, that's where you were treated.
My boyfriend doesn't know about it. Yeah. So every time he comes round, I have to hide her.
Oh my God, and do you know before we did the tie-dye the other day, actually, I've got a few, but they're not like big, it's not like hurting no one.
Yeah.
Do you know how I was like, I'll go into town first because I need to deal with some lady things?
Yeah.
Basically, I met this guy on his lunch break and he gave me 50 quid speaking. Literally,
You're doing this all in secret, you cheeky. But it's your career now. This is what you do.
I'm a professional sugar baby. No, like, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. Basically, I'm making myself out to be like an escort, and I'm really not. Basically, I think he's married.
Oh my God.
But I don't know, like... And then literally, we sat there...
Oh, his problem though, isn't it?
Yeah, we sat there and he was like, just tell him... Because basically he just wanted like someone to like listen to and to like talk to. I'm talking about millionaires, like they're filthy rich. Like I'm not being... Do you know what I mean? I'm not... I'm sorry, how do you think we live this lifestyle at uni?
Yeah, that's so true. I've been living off you for like 2 months.
My tea room in Hertfordshire is one of a kind. Everyone who visits has an extraordinary story, a secret or a surprise to share. 36-year-old Will from Lincolnshire is about to meet up with his girlfriend for tea. He's planning to tell her he's finally giving up the addiction that has cost him £50,000 over the last year.
I have a stag do obsession. I've been on 39 stag do's in a year, basically gone straight to stag do's. People invite me to go away when someone drops out, and I end up travelling the world. I've been to Australia, been to Las Vegas, been to the Philippines, all over Europe. I've been on drag do's with drag queens, stag do with Jehovah's Witnesses. The stag do's have cost me quite a bit financially, but it's all been worth it.
Will buys spare places to stag do's online and always takes his best friend Seth with him too.
So on a stag do, Seth is the centrepiece of the attention. I'll get loads of random pictures the next day where he's been and all kinds of stuff, and then he just comes back when he's ready.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Oh, lovely to meet you on this gorgeous day.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Come and take a seat.
Thank you.
Will.
Hello.
Who have you brought to have tea here today?
I brought my girlfriend Abigail today.
OK, and what is it that you're going to be telling her?
Well, today I'm going to tell her that I'm going to give up my stag do obsession.
What do you think her reaction will be?
I don't think she's going to believe me.
Really?
No, she knows how excited I get every time I go away, and I just love doing it.
But there is a massive reason why you're doing this.
Yeah, so after I tell her this, I'm going to ask her if she will marry me today.
Oh, my God. And she won't be expecting that at all?
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be a massive shock.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I'm not going to stop you. Let's go.
Thank you.
Can I get you anything? A tea, a coffee, bubbly, or beer?
Bubbly, please.
Bubbly?
Yes, please, thank you.
Will's long-suffering girlfriend Abby has come to my tea room to meet up with him.
Will's first stag do was kind of a little bit my fault. He saw a bid online for a place on a stag do. I was the one that kind of talked him into doing it. Back then I didn't realise what had started. I can't honestly remember how many stag do's Will has been on. There's been so many. It can get a little bit annoying. I miss him a lot. He goes away and it all takes up time away from each other, so it's just life, isn't it? You've just got to get on with it.
Abby has no idea that her boyfriend Will has invited her to tea to announce he's giving up his hobby and that he plans to pop the question too.
Can I have a cup of tea, please?
Cup of tea?
Are you all right? Hello. I've had some champagne. I had some champagne.
You've had champagne? Thought you'd have beer, you know?
I was going to have beer, but then I thought after the weekend...
Being your man thing.
I'll be a bit more civilised today.
All right, then.
On the day, you must have been going through hell.
Coming to the hospital, I came from Harpenden, so I came past the scene, and I see all the police cars, and I see the road was blocked, and I thought, of course, there's a bad accident here. There must be a fatality, because they don't shut the road unless there's a fatality. And as I came round the roundabout, his bike was leaning up against the roundabout.
Did you recognise it straight away?
Yeah, straight away, I knew it.
It's nice having some time together.
Yeah, this is our first sort of posh tea date, really. It's always pubs or
You're always off
airports.
somewhere doing, you're always at an airport or FaceTiming me. It's nice to have you in front of me.
Have you heard anything of what's going on there?
I have no idea.
So, he has this really random hobby. He goes on stag nights, stag do's. So, you know, like, if there's like 20 people and they've organised to go to, I don't know, Cornwall on a stag do and someone drops out, they advertise which I didn't even know happened. They advertise, oh, you know, we've had a dropout. And he's like a person that will go. So he goes on these things and he doesn't know anyone on them.
Yeah, very sorry. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I mean, he's been to 39 stag do's in the last year.
39 in the last year?
Yeah.
And it's so hard just waving by to go to the airport every single week.
I know. Whenever you go away, it just feels it's quite difficult, especially the first couple of days. But then I look forward to something.
Well, that's it, because we also have that as well, that you get to see me come back every single week as well.
Oh, such a privilege.
If I was there, I would have bugged the badger.
You would have what?
Bugged it.
Bugged the badger.
Put a secret camera in the badger. It goes everywhere. Can you imagine the filth that's in?
Oh my God, all the stag do that's seen.
What was the last stag do that you done?
I did one on Friday in Manchester.
Have you got any more lined up? I know you've got one in September.
I've got the one in September for Mick.
You know,
Yeah, at the minute, no. At the minute, I've got Mick's. I've got a couple that I'm in negotiation with.
He just tells me that, like, a couple of days before, you'll get a message off someone, last minute space on a stag do. Can you come, mate?
as long as you're being safe and careful and enjoying yourself and making sure that you make it back to the hotel in some kind of normal state in order to be able to be alive the next day.
Exactly.
Completely redid it all, yeah.
Mad.
Well, you do a very, very worthy job, and we are so thankful. To know that we've met someone that actually saved his life is just...
What I'll try and do, because it wasn't just me, there was a crew there. Dr. Wyman, if we can get us all together, we want to meet up in a pub or somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be really
Definitely.
nice.
Should we make our way out?
Yeah, that was lovely.
Come
very,
on,
very
thank
nice.
It's meant the absolute world to have met Gary today. I owe my life to him. I can't tell you that enough. I wouldn't be here if you hadn't looked after me, tended to me on a day.
Nice one, guys.
Thank you. And it has brought closure to answer the questions that I've had. Where was I when you arrived? Who was there? How the sequence of events unfolded. And it's thanks to you that I've made it this far, and I'm here. So yeah, it's just overwhelming.
It was nice to just have a general chat, you know, and talking to Dean, and then when Gary come in, that was awesome. You know,
Yeah. You're right.
Sorry. It's just very emotional because, you know, for all the time, we wanted to see someone who was there with him, because all you see is your child. You think of your child laying in the road all smashed up. But was there someone there for him? And obviously, Gary was there.
It's hard to describe with words, you know. The last time I saw him, he was basically dying in front of us. You know, so to meet his parents and see this man, started reading.
You're right.
Next to visit my tea room is Charlotte from Kent, who's faced death many times throughout her 22 years. She was born with cystic fibrosis, a genetic condition which causes the lungs to become clogged with mucus. Charlotte spent much of her childhood in hospital on intravenous antibiotics, but her condition deteriorated aged 16 when her lung collapsed on several occasions. Her only hope of survival was a lung transplant.
Every breath I took was becoming harder and harder. I was on 24-hour-a-day oxygen. I was in a wheelchair whenever I was outside of my house. I'd get up in the morning and go and sit on the sofa, and then most of the time not leave that sofa until I went to bed that night. Life was pretty crappy.
Against all the odds, a donor was found, and in April 2010, Charlotte had a double lung transplant.
I picked up my phone. It was my transplant nurse. She said, we've possibly got some lungs if you want them. Now, it's such a weird thing, and I was like, yeah. The lungs were good. I was good, was well enough to have the transplant, but ill enough to need it. And by 1:30 in the afternoon, so 12 hours later, I was going down to surgery.
Charlotte has invited her university friends Amy and Sophie to tea because whilst they know about her operation, they have no idea what she went through or how close she came to dying. Charlotte feels it's time to be honest about the life-threatening challenges and struggles she has faced.
Look how lovely. It's so pretty. I'm excited for cake. Do you reckon I have carrot cake? All you see is just like such a happy and bright person. You couldn't have told that she had such a sort of troublesome past. I think that was the first thing you said to us. Like,
Yeah.
I think we were in the bar once. She was like,
when we met, like,
yeah,
go to
uni.
So I'm very open about the fact that I've had a transplant. Before coming to uni, we had a Facebook chat and I announced it to everyone on my course. So before they even had met me in person, everyone basically knew that the blue-haired girl had had a double lung transplant.
Charlotte was the first person I met at uni as well.
I think...
Yeah, like I remember seeing your picture and I walked into the reception and I was like, oh my God, that's Charlotte.
Will and his girlfriend Abby have been together for 2 years. In that time, Will has been on 39 stag do's, paying for the privilege of partying with strangers most weekends. His hobby is taking its toll on their relationship, but Abby has no idea that Will has decided he wants to put all of that behind them.
So what, do you just go into like strip bars or
Yeah, but generally...
pay for the ladies to come and strip for you at hotels?
Both.
What happens?
Both. So we...
Just both? How many lap dances have you had?
Ooh, I've probably had about 25 lap dances this year.
Just this year?
Will's personality has changed in the last 2 years. When I first met him, he was really quiet and shy. He really struggled socially with other people, meeting new people and things like that.
I never talked to anyone before I met you. Nobody. I had no friends
true.
because I never talked to people. And now I've got hundreds of friends. Ever since I met you, I have changed.
Do you remember when we first met?
Exactly, yeah. So you've made me this person.
I always encourage him to take a chance and do whatever he wants to do. Now he'll meet new people, take opportunities when they come. He just enjoys whatever comes his way.
It's nice that you've made more friends and you're enjoying yourself.
That's it.
I just miss you. I just miss the time I get to spend with you.
Because I was so young, obviously, I was only 16 when they first mentioned it. I was obviously going through GCSEs and stuff. Like, I didn't kind of realise how ill I was, and they mentioned transplant to me, my doctors, and I shut down and refused to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about transplant. Even before that meeting, it was the T word, it was a taboo subject. I could not say transplant. I was so scared. It wasn't until my lung collapsed that they were sort of like, they sat me down again and was like, right, Charlotte, you really need this. They sort of were like, we don't think you have much longer, to be honest. But they didn't say it in so many words, it was just how they implied it.
Yeah.
Because I think, because I'm so young, they couldn't. Your head's all over the place. They've told you that basically you're going to die without a transplant. These are the statistics, you're possibly going to die after your transplant. You know, it's a scary thought. But for me, I wanted to live. So it was always a chance that I was happy to take. My surgeon spoke to my mum and was like, right, we've taken the lungs out. They were full of holes and things. They were basically dead. From the look of my lungs, they think I had about 2 months to live.
That's so scary. So it came in just the right time.
I was actually 4 weeks off my 18th birthday. And if you think like 2 months, that's not even Christmas.
Your 18th birthday, you should be going out and getting drunk.
Yeah.
Not.
Luckily, I was out of the hospital by then. I came out of intensive care off oxygen.
Yeah.
Which isn't...
It's almost unheard of.
I don't think anyone ever
You're
does
just
it.
an anomaly, Charlotte.
People can be on ventilators for days, weeks, months even. Some people don't get off it. So we were prepared that I'd probably be in hospital for 6 months. It took 3 weeks exactly to be out of the hospital and back at home and ready to start my new life. Yeah,
that must be such a scary thing. Like, I have a sister, obviously, and like she's the same age as you, and I can't imagine like her being that age and going through the same thing, like just in the middle of GCSEs and things like that. I can't imagine it.
It wasn't easy at all.
Tell me if this colour suits me. It's not too bright.
Try it. That's nice. See, you look like Diana Ross already.
I'm not very confident about how I look and stuff, but I always feel like
I understand that though.
I know, but I always feel like when I'm with you, that I'm sort of pushing above my weight quite a lot, and you bring me up a bit. It makes me feel good. I love Abby so much. She's changed my world. She's made me so happy. She's made me become the person that I always wanted to be. So yeah, I was very grateful the day that she walked into my life.
You do make me feel good about myself. You always tell me I look pretty.
You always look pretty, that's why. Abby, I've got something to tell you.
You got cake.
I've brought you here today to tell you that I'm going to give up my stag do obsession. I want to spend much more time with you. I've had a year of fun, and that's it. That's going to put the stag do's to bed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would make me really happy.
Would it?
Yeah.
So, like, how many years is it again this year?
4.5.
4.5.
It's 5 in October. Yeah. I think it's 50% don't make it past their 5th year. Now I'm nearly at my 5th year, so that's why that's such a big number for me. You're less likely to go into rejection with your lungs. You're looking at 10 years, 15, 20 plus. So it's quite a big marker for anyone that's had any type of transplant. Yeah.
Do you know anything about your donor? Like, anything at all, like their name or...?
No, I only know that she was female and that she was 36 when she died.
So sad. You don't know how she died at all?
No, at my hospital they tried to protect you a bit.
Yeah. It must be interesting, though, if you could find
out
out
if you could thank them personally. But
yeah.
I'm completely a different person. I'm living my life and making the most of what my donor has given me. I'm now a normal 22-year-old who can go and do what they want and nothing is going to stop me. Organ donation is a gift, and I thank my donor every single day for giving me life and not destroying my whole family's.
I'm very happy that you're not doing any more stag do's today.
Are you? Yeah. It's going to make you really happy.
It means I can spend a lot more time with you.
Bless him. It's so awkward, isn't it? Because he knows he's going to propose. And he's got the ring in his pocket.
Is it in his pocket? Oh, gosh. It must be so nerve-wracking.
I know, just so scary for boys. And girls, but boys mostly, isn't it?
Well, I might have just told little Porky.
Right.
I've actually got one more thing to say to you.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to go on one more stag do. It's going to be my stag do.
Your stag do?
You mean the will to me? Will you marry me?
Yeah. Silly. This is what today's been about. You're going crazy.
So yeah, it might be on one more stag do.
No. It would have to be epic though, wouldn't it?
It's going to be the most epic stag do ever. We're really happy.
Are you? I'm really happy.
We get going?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, how are you feeling?
Good, I'm really happy. You all right?
I am, I'm really happy.
Did you have any clue?
No.
Did your heart sink, or were you think, when he said, I've got something to tell you, what did you go, oh, what?
It was, well, because he was talking about the stag do's, I thought it was something else that he wanted to tell me about that. So it didn't even occur to me that's what it was about.
Oh
and when he came over the other side of the table, I was like, what's he doing? That's what what are you doing? That's all I kept on thinking was, I don't think you're meant to be doing that.
Well, listen, it was so wonderful to be witness to all of that. It brought tears to everyone's
Thank you.
eyes. And good luck in the future. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both. Oh, bye.
Yeah, did not see it coming. I honestly thought that we would just come to afternoon tea. I didn't think I was going to get proposed to. Really happy. I was not expecting it, but it's really, it's perfect.
I'm just really happy that you said yes and you agreed to spend your life with me. And I love you a lot.
Hi, Mum.
Hiya, you having a good time?
Yeah, I've got something to tell you.
Oh yeah, what's that?
You know, I went to afternoon tea with Will today.
Yeah.
Well, it's just asked me to marry him.
Oh my god! Oh, that's fantastic! Oh, congratulations!
Thanks, Mum.
Wow.